4 Signs You Are Raising Your Vibrational Frequency. By Dylan Harper. July 4, 2016. Website: dreamcatcherreality.com. Produced by Higher Self.
How do you know that you are in the process of transcending to a higher vibrational frequency? A lot of emphasis has been being placed on spiritual vibration and ascension to a higher consciousness in today's society. Specifically over the past couple of years due to various causes, some of which just being the trending nature of perspective which we typically follow. A lot of people I know personally have noticed a difference in the world and what people seem to value, and some are even discussing oncoming life changes based on these newer perspectives. No matter what the reason for the growing understanding and acknowledgement of the concept of spiritual ascension may be, one thing is for sure: more people are paying attention to ascension than ever before. Some believe that this is because Gaia is coming to maturity and people are growing more and more spiritually connected in today's age. In fact, according to some researchers, 2016 is regarded as the year of completion. This is also mentioned extensively in GoldenGaiaDB.com, referencing September 28, 2015, December 12, 2015, and the wave in consciousness brought forth in January of 2016. There are a lot of different opinions on exactly what it means to ascend spiritually and raise your vibrational frequency, to vibrate on a higher level than others. Some reference Kundalini, others will preach that simply meditating on a regular basis will enforce your ascension, and others will say that the only way to attain heightened vibration is through a relationship with God. Others, yet, view the ascension of our spirit as a direct correlation to the ascension of Gaia, or the planet, which is mostly a Druid belief but also has ties to various other religious practices. Personally, as I typically lean in all of my speculations, I believe that each of these theories is absolutely correct in some ways, and lacking understanding or perspective in others. They are all right and wrong simultaneously, but infinitely right for those who accept them to be so and use it to better themselves. One such perspective, regarding meditative practices including mantra, provides a set of tools which can be used for working toward raising your own vibration. So how do you know if you've been whisked up onto the train of spiritual ascension? What signs can we look for to know whether we're heading in the right direction toward becoming a spiritually minded person? Honestly, I believe there are a few things which can be observed in our own actions and thoughts which help to define our standing on a heightened vibrational frequency. 1. The perception of the existence. The first of these to look for is whether or not you believe your understanding of the workings of the world, and the fact that you have ascended, means you can hold yourself in higher regard than other people who have not yet awakened. If you believe there is any rationale in condescending thoughts toward others, chances are you haven't yet started awakening yourself, and just that you acknowledge there is a higher form of consciousness which helps us make life better for ourselves and those around us. 2. The perception of yourself. Second, a significant sign of heightened vibrational frequency which we can notice, is based on our understanding of ourselves and the world in which we exist. If you see life as a bunch of sticks, stones, people, and mundane artifacts, chances are you haven't awoken to the point of opening your eyes to reality yet. Conversely, if you look out and see yourself as a spiritual being having a human experience, notice the beauty and light of all life as observed in absolutely everything, yes, even darkness is beautiful, then you've likely reached a slightly heightened form of understanding. 3. The perception of other people. A third teller is how we approach interactions with people, particularly pertaining to learning or teaching opportunities. If we approach interactions with our ego in the forefront and have a driven goal to convince them of our perspectives, or to tell them theirs are wrong, we are likely not yet awakening.
This isn't just because being of a higher conscious understanding means we are less hypocritical or less aggressive energy, maybe, but the ability to stop projecting our own negativity on others as well as your focus being on your own growth more than theirs. To acknowledge that teaching is teaching and not preaching, so to speak. 4. Self-love. The fourth observation I'd like to mention is highly important in acknowledging spiritual growth. You find yourself practicing self-love. To understand that whatever is happening in your life can help you to reach a higher state of understanding, and no longer expect yourself to maintain a reputable level of perfection, while getting upset with yourself for not managing it. To have grown spiritually, a person must see the world as it is, beautiful and stunningly imperfect. And you, as part of the world, will never be perfect either. For one to actively practice forgiving oneself, caring for oneself, and with the goal of improving oneself, is a sure sign that ascension and transcending to a higher vibrational frequency is in the process. That is, as long as it isn't while being condescending.